Hey family, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Soulful Conversations with Frank and Sheila, where we dive into candid conversations about relationships, love, and marriage. You know, the love and marriage, that kind of thing. Today, family, I'm excited. I'm outside here on a beautiful day in Virginia. It has come to my attention that one of the videos on our YouTube channel called Journaling for Men has reached over 1,100 plus views. Now that may not be a big deal for some, because there are creators on YouTube that's pennies, but we are elated. I am elated. It has been very exciting to hear from men all over about their journaling journey and hearing from men who have just decided to start journaling and were motivated by that video. But family, it didn't stop there. Another exciting thing happened. I was contacted by a production company via email and asked if I would allow them to use excerpts or a clip or my likeness in a mental health promotion. That video was released on October the 9th and it's called World Mental Health Day. Find a way to take care, hashtag with me. A link to the video will be provided below. I'm excited to be a part of that. You'll see my little splash in there. Wow, this is all humbling and I'm grateful and very excited, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who shared the video, who watched the video. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get to today's conversation. And if I may, I want to stick to this exercise of journaling. So if you'll stay with me, I promise you it will be helpful. How it all started, a few days ago, I had a conversation with someone who had just experienced a breakup. And after lending a compassionate ear, the conversation shifted to a more personal and introspective point of view with this friend of mine facing many unanswered questions as to, the reason for the breakup. Like, was that the real reason? Is it me? There were a lot of questions. My friend shared things from past breakups and the reason given for those breakups. We talked about relationships, baggage, and some of the common variables in relationships. We went more and more into it, and it started to get a little more personal. And so to avoid character assassination and assessing blame, I suggested to my friend to stay introspective during this time and try doing a written self-assessment. Try journaling. The friend of mine is aware that I love journaling. The response came with some questions. First was like, what? That's your thing, and why would I do that? And why would I want to see all of this craziness written out? My response to those whys were that journaling is a measurable method. Writing out the past experiences and thoughts and feelings would afford an opportunity to process, to evaluate, really think about, reflect upon, and respond to the feelings and emotions. Just kind of putting it all on the table. And I'm inspired by that, by one of my favorite quotes, which comes from Soren Kierkegaard, who is a Danish philosopher and theologian. It was Kierkegaard who said that life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. That's one of my life quotes. I was recently reading a book, and I found in this book a quote by Steve Jobs. And Jobs said in his, I believe it was 2005 address at Stanford, he said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect you to your future or connect in your future. And so during the conversation, I shared with my friend that journaling helps me move forward and connect the dots on things, and that it affords an opportunity to learn from past experiences. I realize that as I'm getting older, that experiences can be great teachers to our present and our future. Those experiences really help us in our future. And I could tell from our conversation that a lot of the feelings and emotions from my friend have been compartmentalized and pushed back. And I shared that, I shared the importance of having an outlet. As men, a lot of times we don't have an outlet. And I shared that releasing and getting those painful experiences off of our chest or the things that are in our heads, they're good health-wise. Holding on to our feelings, compacting them, playing hard, dismissing them, they could lead our bodies to respond in negative ways, like, anxiety, depression, headaches, blood pressure, a myriad of other things that are possible, that can happen. I mean, there's science that, supports that. Now, as we talk, I could see, as we talk more and more, I could see that the echoes of past relationship failures, seem to resurrect some discouragement just in my friend hearing the things that said. So I shared, honesty is good. It's a critical part. It can be very challenging, but it helps you get to the root of the emotion, which, sometimes if it's a deeply rooted thing, you need professional help. And I was quick to suggest to my friend that, for professional help, because I am not a clinician, nor do I play one on TV. I simply come on here in this platform and in my life, share my experiences, share things that other clinicians have shared with me in order to simply help people. That's pretty much it. It's all about helping people. So I shared my experience of how, this journaling journey for me has been helpful and freeing. And I've learned that freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. A lot of times we don't think of it that way, but that's my view on that. My friend and I, we talked about how, we can't change the past, and that, we shouldn't beat ourselves up about, the blame, whether it was my fault or someone else's fault, and kind of live there. That we should endeavor to learn from those past experiences and push forward. Push forward with a learned experience and knowledge. And so, you think about moving forward, and the question comes to mind: how do I move forward? And as my late pastor would say, I'm glad you asked that question. He would often say that during his sermons. I'm glad you asked that question. So family, I'm glad you asked that question. But it's a great question. It's a question that can be used as a journaling prompt. And if you are not familiar with journaling prompt, a journaling prompt is something that we use when it helps us get started in journaling. Sometimes we don't know how to start or how to write out. We just see empty pages before us and we're kind of just stuck there. Well, a journaling prompt is a statement designed to inspire or offer ideas about what to write about. The prompts are great help for beginning journaling. I Googled prompts when I started, and that now I'm able to kind of move forward with what's on my mind. And it's simply a thing where you will put at the header of your page, for example, how do I move forward? And just begin to write what you feel. Don't think about it, just write. Just write until the wave of your thoughts begin to subside. Give yourself a minute if you need to pause, and things begin to slow down and stop, then change it up a little bit and start thinking about a vision of your future relationships. If you're writing about relationships, questions you might ask during the initial meetup, red flags that you've now become aware of, and write a better story for you and write a better story for your future relationships. That's possible. I've found that, in the act of doing a thing, that you can figure out who you are. We can figure out who we are when we're doing so. We can see how strong we are, how resilient we are, how we made it through some very challenging times. Personally, I found that journaling has given me what I would say is some buoyancy. That I'm able to stay afloat when a lot of thoughts and the waves of adversity come about and things begin to come at me and in multiple crisis syndromes. I'm able to stay afloat because of this journaling exercise that I do. This outlet. So, family, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope that sharing my soulful conversation with my friend has been helpful to you, thought-provoking, relatable, and most importantly, relevant to your lives. That's what it's about. I would love to hear your feedback, so feel free to, to comment below if you want to do it there, or you can email. You can email me at soulfulconvos@gmail.com. That's soulfulconvos@gmail.com. So family, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm asking for you all to be safe. You all be well. We'll talk again soon. Take care, family. Peace out.